I'm just waiting, starting because I'm just going to give my spiel or whatever real quick, uh, so I don't have to do that when Michaela shows up. Uh, Okies Eden is basically a gardening channel. If you don't follow me, it's a gardening channel where I do interject dad jokes. I do a little woodworking, a little bit of everything, a little bit of homesteading. I do multiple videos on harvesting, planting, indoor gardening, outdoor gardening, growing in bags inside. Oh, so many other things. And then I do a bunch of different little tests within my niche so I can then take that information to my other channel, which is Okies Hustle, which just talks about my YouTube growth experience, content creation, working towards monetization, and just sharing lives and videos and shorts with everybody as to what I see with SEO, the algorithm, what has been successful for me, what has failed for me. And I try to get that to people in real time or as close to real time and current as possible. Um, Me and a bunch of us other content creators that are in the same uh, universe basically don't consider ourselves gurus. We know a lot about YouTube or quite a bit about YouTube, but we also don't promise views and you know subscribers if you do one little thing. We all believe in hard work, doing content, working, so on and so forth. So that is it. That's basically it. So as we're waiting for uh, Michaela to get here, um, if you want to uh, possibly collaborate with me on a live and come on my channel and interact with me, allow me to ask you some questions. You can ask me questions, then we can talk to the audience, introduce our channels. All you have to do, and I keep repeating this, all you have to do is go to okieseden@gmail.com, okieseden@gmail.com, put collaboration in the uh, subject field, and then I will get back to you. Some of the prerequisites for that are I need to know you first. I need to have interacted with you. You subscribe to me, I subscribe to you. We've interacted on Facebook. I'm sorry, on YouTube, and we followed each other's channels. We watch each other's lives, things like that. If if you don't have any subscribers and you're new, or you're not going to do content creation, then we're probably not going to do a collaboration um, because I want to make sure I kind of know something about the person first. But other than that, hey Spongy, how you doing? Hey busy lady, Disney lady. Okay, so hopefully, with that said, um, people will do that. I've had let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'll have Nicola recipes tomorrow and Teacher Kelly tag on Friday. So this week I pretty much booked up. The other days I didn't fill in because I'm busy those days. But next week and the week after, I'm looking to put some dates together. So um, if you do want to collaborate on my channel, try to get your channel out there. Let people see what your channel is about. Come on, do a live collaboration with me. If you would like me to be on your channel, then we can set that up. Again, email me at okieseden@gmail.com, and then we can set up a collaboration date where I can come on your channel, and then you can ask me questions or whatever, and then we can talk to the audience. I don't know how many here that are here now follow After Dark 60, but she'll be here shortly, and then she can introduce herself, and we'll get this rolling. Hello, distinguished gent. And while I'm waiting for her, I will tell everybody that there's a bunch of videos coming out in the next few days uh, for Okies Eden, both shorts and long forms. The garden is definitely evolving. Um, you know, Oklahoma versus New York. Okay, thank you. Um, Here we go.
Hey,
There she is.
here I
I was,
am.
I was just talking about you.
Well, I was trying to go. I didn't know that you could only do this on a phone. And so I was trying to go through my laptop and it wouldn't let me.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, you have to use a mobile device. My bad. I thought I'd mentioned that. I'm sorry, I forgot.
That's fine. That's fine. I
Um,
just
I,
didn't get my phone set up, so I'm having to hold it.
hey, Teacher Kelly, I was just talking about you also about Friday. So, so I've already done my introduction. Michaela, right? Am I saying that
Michelle.
right? Is it okay to say that?
It's Michelle, really.
Oh, I'm sorry. How is it?
Michelle.
Michelle?
Uh-huh.
Michelle? Okay.
Uh-huh.
Is it okay if I call you that?
Yes, of
Okay.
course.
I didn't know
What,
on the
what,
web some
wait,
people don't.
wait, what is your real name? Because I don't even know.
You don't know?
Or, no.
I thought it was famous. It's
Well,
Jason.
Jason.
Just
The
Jason.
Okies Eden part is famous, I guess. Let me get
Oh
my
yeah, no, it's
phone.
Jason. Yeah, no, most people know it's Jason by now. I've been on so many other lives and stuff. So I have finished my introduction. That's why I come out a little bit early, so then we can just focus on whatever content creator I have on that evening. So
Mhm.
now the focus is on you. So if you would go ahead and just introduce yourself and tell us about your channel.
I am Michelle, or uh, what? Lord have mercy. Do you know who Foster Ford is? High, beautiful, superior, white queen. I know my place is a black man. You're
Oh
beautiful.
yeah.
Listen, before I was into drama. Right. Yeah. So I was into drama um, up until about, I guess, a month ago. I did drama, and which brings in a lot of views, a lot of them, a lot of views. But it, I mean, it like got so bad that it really wore me down.
Okay.
And so I didn't go live for like 3 weeks, maybe, because I was just having to get get back in a good headspace, right?
Hmm.
So, but I did continue doing my shorts because I had them made and I had them, where they would just auto upload
Right.
when I chose the time for them. But now the main focus of my channel is going to be like stuff that matters, right? So like I'm gonna start talking. I think my first live stream is I'm gonna cover this Thursday night. I'm going to start my homelessness series. I'm
Okay.
going to cover 3 countries, of course, the United States, Canada, and the UK, because the homeless epidemic is rampant. I mean, rampant. And I feel like if we're calling attention to it just in a, just in our little short way with our, with my subscribers or, whoever else wants to watch, that possibly, we can do something. I know we're not going to solve it, but maybe there's something that we can come up with that we can do to bring more awareness to the homelessness plight in these 3 countries. And the
Okay.
reason I chose those three countries is, of course, the United States, is where we live. I've got many subscribers in Canada, and then I have scattered few, excuse me, in the UK.
Okay.
So that's why I decided on that. And plus, I was watching that whole time that I was trying to recoup myself
Mhm.
from all the drama. I was watching video after video after video after video on YouTube about the homelessness plight in different countries. So I'm gonna start covering that. I'm also gonna cover a few mental health issues. Um,
I'm sorry, did you say female issues?
no, ment- mental health issues.
Oh, I'm sorry, mental health. I didn't hear it.
No, not female. No,
Okay.
no,
Mental
because
mental health issues. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Like and I don't even know if like bullying online. Okay, bullying online and the effects that it has on people that get bullied online.
Yeah. You had sent me that
Yeah,
one from that one person. Yeah.
yeah. So that and some other things, but mainly, you know, um, that's the kind of stuff that I'm going to be covering. Starting Thursday, I think at 5 o'clock. I will have to get with, I have a co-host, Sue, and I think she's probably here listening. Um, Thursday at 5 p.m. Central. And then, I'm just going to go from there. I'm going to start out, it's going to be like homelessness by the numbers. And so I'm going to like give the up to date numbers on homelessness in the three countries. And then I'm going to start breaking it down. So, I feel like just the first one is going to be homelessness by the numbers. And I'm going to, yeah, it's going to be live. And I'm going to cover, the numbers in the US, in Canada, and in the UK. And then after that, as I continue on with the series, I'll be going, you know, this country and maybe veterans in this country and this country and maybe, there's a lot of addiction issues with being homeless.
The homelessness, um, addiction issues, and like mental health issues too. I think is that all kind of goes hand in hand. It's sad. It's really.
Huh? It is. But one thing, and this is something to think about, one thing that I have learned from listening to all the videos that I've listened to and all the research I have done is we are all one step away from being homeless.
Yeah. No, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, it is, when you think about it. And basically, that's what I'm going to start covering. And then I like to do fun stuff, like occasionally, we'll have like a game night or something that's just, fun. And then occasionally I have just open chats, for hi Unveiling. How are you, honey? That's one of my moderators, Unveiling. Um,
Trolls come on my page as long as they're not being explicit or bullying. If they're just being weird, I've learned to just ignore them and then let them add to my time. Yeah.
Sue is my co-host. Yeah, yeah, and then Unveiling is one of my moderators. When when it work with her schedule?
Me. I just and I just work for food. I just grow my own food. So
Um, I I I will share, you know, with my co-host and my moderators because they work hard. They work hard. So I will share. I'm not a
and that
greedy.
is honestly one of the purposes behind my both my channels because I use this channel for data research for my Okies Hustle channel, so I can share that data over there. But I want these to be a conduit for other creators. I'm planning on getting monetized. It's a challenge I gave to myself. I don't care if I ever do or not, but if I can help somebody else get monetized, I think that's awesome. I'll love to help somebody get monetized. That's why I'm doing this. I'm trying to get as many content creators on that are, maybe that close to being monetized or just struggling or something and just need to get maybe a jump start or something. So,
With my sub count,
hmm,
but at your year date,
yeah,
your watch hours start all over again. Did you know that?
yes, I did.
So I just had my year date in June. Hi, Ray. I just had that in June. So now um, yeah. So that's another reason. I know I'm not worried about it. I could really care less. It's an outlet. It's a way to, um, make friends and meet new people and stuff. And I just enjoy it. To be honest with you, I really enjoy it, and I know you do because like that one you did today out there in the garden working. I mean, that was amazing. Yes. Hey, Starla. Yeah. Thanks for being here. I think we had a visitor a little while ago, but he okay. Yeah, y'all let us know if we keep freezing, okay? But anyway. Really? I don't know because I don't see that. And I have a full signal, so I don't know.
Um, is mine frozen, Charlotte?
Am
Just restarted and Oki's frozen solid.
I,
Hmm. I mean, I have two computers here, and I'm watching me move on all my. I'm on, and I'm watching you move on my other computer. So let me do this. Hold on. Okay, not
oh,
now.
Sadie
Okay.
said it
Well,
now.
hopefully hopefully some it'll get worked out here.
Y'all let us know if we keep freezing. But anyway, let me talk about my 100 shorts in 100 days. I've got something that's really going to blow your socks off.
Okay. Well, can can you hold on a second?
Yeah.
Okay, because I want to ask some questions, and that's going to be one of my questions.
Okay.
So can we do that? Can I
Yes,
ask a couple questions and then I'm going to come to that?
absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So my first question would be, how long have you been content creating?
Oh, serious. See, I've got another channel
Okay. Any
that
channel. How long from your first channel? How long have you been from
I
inception?
started my beauty channel in, oh my gosh, I guess maybe 4 or 5 years ago. I can't remember an exact
Okay.
date, but it's got over 5,000 subs on it.
Really?
Yes. But um, I just, the beauty niche is so packed with content creators,
Hmm.
and then to be honest with you, I just really burn out.
Yeah.
I
I
completely
get
burn.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, so getting to your 30-day thing here. When I first started following your channel, you were doing a 30-day. I think you and I started kind of interacting when you were on 8 or 9, I think. And then I had lost track and I thought you were at like 13. And I said, "You're at 13?" And you said, "No, I'm at like 19 or 24 or something like that." So I wasn't obviously able to do math those days.
Uh-huh.
But anyways, and then I all of a sudden I heard, you were doing a 30-day, and then all of a sudden you said you're doing a 100-day. So my question was, did you originally decide to try the 30-day challenge and then midstream say, well, this is going so well, I'm going to do a 100-day challenge, or
Yes.
were you going to do a 30 and then go back and do a 100? That would be my question to you.
It was going so well. After the 30 days, I was like, you know what? I'm going to go 100 days.
Okay, so it was
I'm
because it
like,
was doing so well you decided. Okay,
yes, yes,
so
yes.
you were going to tell me what the information. What's great about it?
So I did day 44 today, and it was on This Strain Tonight. I tagged you in it, but I don't think you've seen it yet. Um, and to date, 44 days, by doing so, I have gained, are you ready?
Hmm.
121 subs.
So 40. I'm going to write that down because that's interesting. 44 days.
Yeah.
Now, in each of those videos, do you mention that it's a challenge?
Just in my
The title?
yeah, the title. I put
Okay.
100 or hashtag 100 in the letter N 100, and then I put a comma and day whatever, and
Okay.
then I just do my tags and stuff. I may mention, real briefly what it's about, but you're
Okay.
limited in characters when you do that, and so I like to get all of my. Hey, Joan, that is another one of my um, moderators. So
Not to break off the subject, but somebody else just said Simon Cowell. It's the second one. I've been told before people say I look like Simon
you
Cowell.
do, you
So I
do.
don't know.
You don't have
But
the same attitude as he. Well, he's better now since he had, children, but
yeah.
he used to.
Um, you you were talking. You said with drama. Did you do drama, or are you saying the drama from having a YouTube channel?
No, it was drama. It was fighting.
Okay.
It was
Okay.
vile.
I
It
didn't know
was.
if you meant you were doing like dramatic videos, like a dramatic scene or something, but you were getting people that were being dramatic, basically.
Um, it's actually people that I know that I broke off from over a year ago, and it just got really bad, really bad. And some of my moderators have been putting up with that same group of people for years and years
Okay.
and years. So it was. I
Yeah,
mean,
you're
it's
here.
bad. They still go on and talk about me. They still talk about me, but I don't even watch it anymore because it was so bad for my mental health. So
Are you saying you're living rent free in their head?
yes,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yes. I
um,
think a lot of us are.
yeah. Hey, as you come on, please double tap your screen, like the live if you don't mind. And I do want to mention that afterwards, when this is finished, it's going to go public. I just ask anybody here, if you want, go down in the comments, put your uh, um, your channel, what your channel's about, and give people a chance to go visit your channel. That's another way to help yourself to grow. I'm not saying do sub for sub. Do not do that. Do not do sub for sub. But you can check other channels out if they're in your niche, if they do stuff that you like. Definitely, it's a good chance to help move your channel forward. All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I don't even remember how you and I actually hooked up, but anyway, we did. You actually just started coming to my lives.
Yeah. So I know a lot of times, like when I go to say Mrs. Paula or some of the other ones that I follow, if I see somebody there, and I have a blue wrench, I'll check their channel out real quick, and I'll see what they're talking about. And then I think I watched one of your shorts, and you had mentioned the homelessness, and that kind of hits a little home with me. I'm not dealing myself personally with that, but I have a family member that is.
Right.
So when I saw that, I think that's why I started following you, because I heard you talk about you're going to be talking about homelessness. And I think that was the origin story behind that.
All right. Hey, Bliss, Chris, enjoy your vacation, honey. She's another one of my moderators, and she's a content creator. She's a content creator, Bliss, Chris.
What's the old saying? You have more moderators than Carter had liver pills.
No, I have one, two, three. I only have 4, but they're all in here.
Yeah.
They're all here. I have 4.
It's good to have good ones, I'll tell you. They're worth their weight in gold.
Yeah, these I've had all of these for a while.
So you mentioned game nights. What do you mean, like a trivia, or what games are you actually talking about?
We do a lot of trivia. We do. It's not Cards Against Humanity. It's called something else. Dirty Cards, or what's the name of that, y'all? Dirty Cards or something. Anyway, it's funny. We do that one. Charla makes up a lot of my trivias for me. Charla.
Okay. Well, here's a quick little trivia for everybody to kind of break it up a little bit. How many? This has been on one of my shorts, but how many ears does Captain Kirk have from Star Trek? How many ears does Captain Kirk have?
How many what?
How many ears?
Oh my God. Captain Kirk and ears?
Mm-hmm. How many?
2.
No, he's got 3. He's got his left, his right, his left ear, his right ear, and the final front ear.
That's not trivia. That's a joke. Like a dad joke. The one about the
Wednesday night. You said you watched the one where I was planting stuff today. Is that the one where I put the string out to plant?
Yes.
Okay. Well, Wednesday, if anybody is interested in seeing me, what I'm really like when I'm working or doing something I enjoy, Wednesday night's the video to watch.
Okay.
There's a lot of shenanigans going on, but that is exactly how I work when I'm working, or if I'm working with somebody else.
Right.
The stupid comments, the stupid humor, things like that.
Interesting.
Yeah. Because, a lot of times, people always wonder, what is he really like, or what is she really like? Is this just an act? Well, you're going to see that.
Okay, now I see you did freeze up for a minute. That's the first time I've seen you freeze up. No, you're still froze. Now, you're good now. Well, I thought. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Pinocchio. Am I frozen?
Let's give that a try.
There.
Let's give that a try.
Uh-oh. I can hear you, but you're now. Say something.
Okay, am I moving now?
Yes.
Okay. Um, and then my final question for you would be, what editing software, if any, are you using for your videos? Not for your lot, but for your shorts and stuff.
What editing software?
Yeah. Do you like I use KineMaster. Some use oh, what is it called? There's like four or five out there. Not there's more than that, but there's like four or five that most creators use. Or are you
I
just
don't
using your
edit
phone?
anything.
Okay.
But
Because some
I'm
don't. Some just use the platform. That's fine.
so what did you say you were using?
I use KineMaster, or some say it's KindMaster, but then I watched the channel the one day, or I went to their website, and the lady talking about it kept saying KineMaster. So I'm assuming that is the correct pronunciation.
Hmm.
It's Kine Master, one word. So
KINE.
KineMaster, and
Um,
it's $4 a month. It gives me special effects, and I can do music, and not hit any copyright problems with YouTube and all
I
sorts of
mean, to
stuff.
make my shorts, I use in video.
Okay.
In video.
That's the one right in the phone, right?
Um,
Isn't that the one right in your phone?
yeah, it's in my phone.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah. The
And
only thing that I do on my laptop, which listen, uh I am kind of dumb when it comes to using. I mean, I can use my phone like it's nobody's business. But
right,
everybody knows, you can't. I can't do everything on my phone. If I can, then I didn't know about it. But when it
yeah,
comes to my laptop, the only thing I do with my laptop is I either go live from this platform or I go live from StreamYards.
okay. I
That's
try to
it.
I try to stick to this platform just because I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible. There's so many apps. I know StreamYard. I had some issues with that the one night, and I just haven't gotten back to it. Um, so I've just been trying to do everything. The only one of the disadvantages is you can't have multiple people on at the same time. One has to come on, then leave, then you have to have the next person come on
On this,
first. Hmm?
on here,
Yeah, on YouTube, on the YouTube, yeah, you can only have one creator on at a time. But that's the way I wanted it because I wanted it to be more like a talk show. Because I've noticed when I watch that if you get too many people on there, it's one person saying, then you got four people idle, and then you have somebody else talking, and then the other four are idle, and then there's crosstalk sometimes, and it's not super bad, but I just to me it's I'd rather have the person you're trying to communicate with be able to answer back and forth. You know, it just to me
yeah.
it seems more less choppy, I guess.
I can have up to 6 with StreamYards.
With StreamYard, yeah,
However, the only time I've ever done that was you can also talk privately. So, like,
yeah,
if I want to have, say, if I needed to have a meeting without, if I needed to tell all my mods something that was extremely important and I didn't want to message all of them, then I can set up in StreamYards, give them all the link. We can all meet in StreamYards, and it's not, it's private or unlisted, and
okay,
then it goes away because you don't record it. So it goes away. It doesn't save it. You could save it if you wanted to, but I mean, who would want to do that?
okay,
So, um, but I've not. I don't think I've ever had. I've had myself, Sue, one other creator on there before. 3 of us at the same time, and the thing that I don't like is the crosstalk. I hate that
mm,
because I have heard other, content creators that have had like 3 or 4 people on,
right, yeah,
and they're not respectful of one another,
yeah,
and the host loses her stream or her stream or his stream, to all those other people, and then it's all shot to heck in a handbasket. So I don't
yeah.
like doing that. But on
Well,
here,
that's why
I don't know how you invite anybody. I don't know like how you did this.
it's easy. It's easy. All you do is when you go in and set the line up, you click on the edit key, the little pencil,
Yeah.
and it brings up a screen and it says go live with someone. You just click that switch,
Okay.
and then there's the share arrow, the copy arrow.
Uh-huh.
You click that, and then it
Okay.
pops a screen up and it says email or text the link.
Okay.
So that's the link I emailed you.
Okay.
And then when the host comes on live, then when you're ready, when you touch the link, it comes to me and it says this person wants to be added, and all I got to do is push the blue button and you come up.
Okay.
It's
Awesome.
very easy, very
That
easy.
that's the same thing like with StreamYards.
Yeah. Well, the thing I like about this is because, like I said before you came on, when I was giving my little spiel,
Mhm.
was I'll do, all they have to do is email me at, Okies Eden, I'm sorry, okieseden@gmail.com, put collaboration in the subject line.
Right.
But I have a couple of prerequisites. One is, I want you to be subscribed to me and I'll be subscribed to you. And I want to have interacted with you before because I
Right.
want to make sure I know who I'm having on. So it's going to be a respectful interchange. If I don't know the person and they just want to jump on to get their 15 minutes of fame and curse and swear and carry on and then leave, that's why I want to know the people. So
Yeah.
that's why I have people because that would happen. You'd get
Yeah.
a person that would be like,
Absolutely.
oh, I want to go on and really make a fool of myself on his, and then that just ruins everything. So I
Yeah,
want
I
to make
would.
sure I know the people first
Right.
before, that's why I interact a lot with people on their lives. And then they watch my lives, I watch theirs. Then I feel comfortable. I give them a blue wrench. They do, it's just a whole process. But because,
Welcome back, Miss Paula.
what's
Miss
that?
Paula said she was back. I didn't know she left, but she's back.
Oh, she's back. Yeah, Mrs. Paula. She's awesome. Mrs. Paula is great. Tomorrow is I'm having on Nicola. Do you follow Nicola recipes?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
she's great.
because I promoted, well, I put one of her streams where she made this turkey pizza burger and put on a
Hmm.
bagel. Mwah. And so I shared that to my community post. Well, then I
Yeah.
asked her for the recipe and she put the recipe on my community post. So, yeah, yeah. And I like to do that. I like to do that. Like, I like to, that's, that you can kind of promote people that way by adding them, copy and say one of their lives or one of their shorts or whatever, sharing it and then putting it on your community tab. And that helps too. That helps too. Mhm. Because
Open this up to the audience and let them start asking questions.
if they have any questions,
Here's your chance. Questions at After Dark 60.
because my mods and Sue and everybody know everything in the world they need to know about me. I'm an open book. I am an open book. So, like,
You have a garden?
do I have a garden?
Do you
I
have a
have
garden?
a flower garden.
Say again.
A flower garden. A flower garden.
Okay.
I I can't. Um. Oh Lord, I have to use walkers to get around.
Yeah.
Walk.
Oh, okay.
So, hey, Misty.
Hey, Misty. And Mrs. Paula asked you a question. How long have you been on YouTube?
How long have I been on YouTube? About, I think it's right around 5 years, Miss Paula.
Mrs. Paula, she's being
Probably.
humble. She created YouTube.
She, yeah, okay. Yeah, yeah, no, no, about 5 years, I'm pretty sure. Um, I'm doing well. How is everybody else doing? Where did everybody? Oh, they're here. They're watching. Yeah, about 5 years. I think
Of 25.
really. You're doing amazing then to have. I think you've got like 469 or somewhere right around there.
Oh, I'm not even sure. Natty could tell you if she shows up. She keeps track of my count.
Before I had, now I have a channel After Dark 60. Before that, I have a beauty channel as well, with over 5,000 subscribers on it. But I got the beauty space is so full of people that I actually got burnt out. Actually, when I got so burnt out is I had been in the hospital for 31 days, and then I had to go to rehabilitation to learn how to walk again. So I didn't create any content on my beauty channel then. Well, I tried to when I came back, but it was just so much, and I had some complications and stuff like that. So um, I just really burned out on it, and then I took some time off, and then I this channel that I have now, After Dark 60, is just over a year old. So I did my other one for I guess about 4 years, and then I've been doing this one for just over a year. Now Sue and I did go. I went to my beauty channel and I did create some content. Sue and I did over there about I guess 2 months ago, 3 months ago maybe. We did a thing over there. So um oh no. Hey girl, good to see you, but don't be typing no messages when you're driving. What all do you do on your new channel? On my After Dark 60, I used to do drama. Like if you go back, but I wish nobody would. I wish nobody would look at those drama videos because they're bad. But um, well, they're really not bad. But anyway, I took off about 3 weeks, and then I started. We're fixing to start this Thursday night at 5 o'clock. Will be my first one. I'm going to start covering like mental health issues, like homelessness and online bullying and how it affects people and narcissistic behavior, that we see online and stuff like that. So, hey, Becky.
uh, if you follow any of the big channels. Mrs. Paula, she follows Okies Eden. Of course she does. She
Um, because I feel like with the smaller channels, you get to know people better.
yeah.
If you follow a big channel, like a humongous channel, with 150,000 subs or something like that, they don't see you in the comments. You
No.
never get to know them. So no, I don't. Um,
Now, now, from what I understand, from some of the real, like the really big channels where they have, so many comments and so many subscribers, that a lot of them have a staff that answers their comments for them, that they're not answering. I mean,
yeah,
which makes sense because they're not going to have time if they're going to create content and, do other things. So,
right. That's true, Unveiling. Unveiling said they see you if you pay. Like when they
that's
get,
right.
when you
That's
can
right.
get. Yeah, I see. That to me is ridiculous because then you have to, make special videos just for your your members that are paying. So, you know, if somebody really likes something you're doing and they want to drop you a tip or something like that, that's fine. I don't even put my any of my like I don't put my PayPal link up anymore. I don't put any of that stuff up anymore. I just don't. Yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
I have a couple of people that I follow that are kind of off-grid homesteading, and I comment quite often, and it probably took 6 months of commenting before they must have realized that, oh, he comments a lot, I should probably comment back. And then they finally comment. He actually commented back finally, but it took like 6 months for them to comment.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Um, no, as far as the big channels go, I don't do that. Like, I like smaller channels. Like, I tell you who I'm watching a lot of here lately is, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I have drawn a complete blank. Um, the cook that's in Ghana. Who's another cook that subscribes to you? Cook, cook, the cooks in her kitchen.
Zed, Chef Zed.
Yeah, yes, man. I've been watching a lot of her lives and stuff. Really, I like.
To be interesting, and I know like Mrs. Paul is here, Misty's here, unveiling. You're in whatever state you're in. I'm in Oklahoma. Mrs. Paula, I think, is in Tennessee. Chef Zed's in West Africa. Nicola Recipe, she's in Italy. And it's just interesting. You can go live and talk to these people while you're looking at them. Hmm.
She's been to a lot of places. Unveilings in Western North Carolina, yeah, where they had that bad flood from that Helene. Remember Helene?
Looking like the vineyard. I don't know if you saw that, but what a view. She's overlooking all of these, grapevines and this huge vineyard. We hear you fine. Yep. Yep. No, she's got a great channel. Nicole is going to be on tomorrow, and then Teacher Kelly Tag is going to be on Friday. Have you follow her?
Maybe I don't know.
She's a teacher, but she talks about switching to like nursing, and then she got monetized with one video. She had one video. She was doing okay, and then one video actually got her monetized, and then she talked about that and how YouTube, you watch all these gurus talk about you can go viral overnight, and like she agrees that it takes years. She's been on for 7 or 8 years before she finally got monetized.
I have a question, Misty. Is your sister in law's name spelt that same way, Michalla? And Joan wants to know what uh, Teacher Kelly teaches. My first name or anything. My daddy was born in Michigan, and the old abbreviation for Michigan, used to be MICH. And then my mom was born in Alabama, and the abbreviation for that was ALA. So that's how they put my name together, Michelle. Oh, well, there you go. Yeah, yeah.
Other stuff, and I just like her video technique and the way she comes across and the way she talks to the camera. But
You're gardening, and then um, whatever you want to call it. And then you've got a teacher, and then we have several cooks, and um, it's just pretty cool. But so I was thinking today, I was like, what kind of community can we call ourselves? Because we have so many different, um, niches all put together in one,
Hmm.
right? So I was thinking, I was like, man, we could just call ourselves the misfit community or something.
The
It's trying,
island of like Rudolph, the island of misfits.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Um, you talk about this homelessness issue that you're going to be doing on your channel.
Right.
Um, what does the niche look like for that? Is there many people talking about that, or is that kind of
You-
brushed under
hmm.
the rug?
I have seen a lot of videos of it, but the videos that I have been watching are like people that get out and film and stuff, right? And I mean they're really large, they're really large. So I don't ever comment. I watch it all on my television, so I'm not even seeing the comments. I'm just watching the streams. Now, when I do my stuff, quite possibly I'm going to share a stream and commentate on it, which I think will be good to do. You know what I'm
Yeah,
talking, what I'm talking
yeah.
about. Commentating on somebody else's video, because you can do that, on YouTube, but you have to stop like every, I think, maybe 10 seconds or something, so you don't get a channel strike. But
Um, what did Misty said something talking about gardening? My corn is so tall this season.
mhm.
Yeah, Misty, I'm sure it is. Something about the corn this year. Your unveiling is digging my shirt.
Yes, she needs to see the King Kong or what's on there,
No, no,
Sasquatch.
no. So this is my Father's Day gift. It's got Sasquatch. It's Bigfoot.
Okay, Sasquatch, pretty cool. That's cool.
I I like Bigfoot. I like stories about Bigfoot. I just have always enjoyed Bigfoot. Oh yeah, is that Alabama?
Yes,
Roll Tide.
yes. I mean, I live in Alabama, so
And my son was wearing these printed shirts all the time, like Magnum PI, And my daughter-in-law doesn't like them, but he does. So then he got one for my grandson, and now she's kind of warmed up to it. So this has been the running joke lately is now they got me a line of these things going. So
I'm glad. Yeah.
Sasquatch. So it's a um, oh Spongy Gold Mom. Look out! They're gonna here in a minute. No, I'm just kidding. You ever watch Misty and Spongy?
Yesterday,
Yeah. It's
um,
funny when they get their banter going back and forth when they're cooking.
I did see uh one of their streams yesterday. They were like, what were they cooking? I don't
Uh,
remember, but I remember them crack. I remember her doing something with garlic. So
Well, Spongy did she did a taco salad, which looked really good. And then I know Misty did something either yesterday or today. I just haven't seen it yet. I'm going to watch it later. But I think Spongy did a taco salad, I believe.
hmm,
It looked really good.
I don't know if I do I follow Spongy. I think I do.
Misty, her garden. I have a garden. Obviously I have a garden, but Misty, she has like I swear she'll run through a list of everything she has in her garden, and it's like I have like 10 different things I might grow. She's got like 150. I know it's an exaggeration, but she'll be naming off all these vegetables she's growing, and it's crazy. She does a lot in her buckets because you can do a lot with bucket growing.
So Unveiling wants to know if your mods can share some links to their to their channel. Okay, Spongy.
Ye-
Um,
Yeah,
you,
if they can put their link on. If it'll
you
take it,
don't
go
mind?
for it.
Yeah. Listen, that's something I always do in my lives. If somebody wants to share their,
Yeah, put your link on there. I don't care. I want people to grow. Uh, I missed something here. I sure would unveiling. Oh, feed me. Yeah, yeah, she would too. I'll tell you what though, and Missy, I'm sure would agree, and anybody else that has any kind of a garden, farm to table is like I did the cucumber salad. It's got a little bit of mayo, a little bit of vinegar, and you mix it up as the dressing.
yeah,
Yeah, yep. And yeah, we got a really good community. I mean, you and I follow a lot of the same people, and I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna throw this out there again. Does anybody have any questions for After Dark 60? Yeah.
inside and out. I don't hold anything back from them. So, oh yeah, Misty, I'm a yes from Gordon the table. Yeah, I'm Raylan. I'll get them all for you later on because I follow all of them. So I'll get them all to you.
Gmail.com, and I'm sure After Dark 60. I know she does live streams. She'd probably do a collaboration with you also if you wanted, but definitely and I always say this, the reason I have the email, I specifically set up the Okies Eden Gmail account for collaborations. So I know that if I get an email, if it's anything other than a collaboration, I just delete it. So I only have my collaborations, and then after a day or so after the collaboration is done, I delete it. I don't send anybody emails. I don't do solicitation stuff. It's literally so I can copy and send you the link of the live so you can come on to the live with me as a collaboration.
It's I've had that email for oh my gosh, I bet 15 years. So I do have another email, but I don't use it very often. So yes, well, man, that's old. That's kind of like using what is the other thing at
See you
uh
later, Jennifer.
what was the other thing that made you've got mail? What was that? Yes, yeah, you've got mail. Oh, there you go, Valen. There's some links for you. Um, why is that held for review?
Hmm? Yeah, that's her cooking channel. That's Spongy's cooking channel. Hmm. Yep, that's where she does the cooking. Yep. Yeah, it's a good channel. I watch it all the time. I stream it sometimes when I if I can't watch it, I'll stream it later.
Usually, well, I'm at home all the time, so I try to catch people, when they're live. But if I don't, then I go back and watch, and I always try to comment so you know I was there. Yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah. Right. That's it's giving people the watch hours. Like I will run my phone at night when I'm sleeping on somebody's live. I didn't hear a word they said, but it's still giving them the watch time. So
It's at Missy 1980, and her and I hit her playlist. I'll get to her playlist on the TV at my son's house, and I'll click play all in that playlist. So she'll have 10, 15 in a playlist. I'll hit play all, and then I'll just walk out in the other room and take care of my grandson while that's in there streaming all of her videos. Yeah. Yep. And that's what's nice about playlists is you can line them up and watch a whole bunch without having to keep clicking play.
I think every one of my, I think I'm pretty sure that every one of my lives are on a playlist. My shorts are not. I've not made a playlist for my shorts. Um, but all of my lives are. My very first live that I ever did, I, it had like 400 views on it. I think it was a really big one. Very first one I did on After Dark. See,
Um,
and it was of course, it was a drama one, and it got all those views. But I had
yep.
to hide it, so I privated it
Yep.
just here a while back because
Yep.
a hater was trying to use bits parts out of it, so I hid it.
Well, Misty just asked me a question here. She asked me, Okies, are you growing any cantaloupe? To that, I'm going to say, so to that, I have to do this because I do dad jokes. So just get ready. I don't grow can I don't grow cantaloupes, and that just leaves me feeling melancholy. Asked me to grow some cantaloupes, so I'm going to next year. I've already turned part of the soil, which I'll use for next year. Um, yes, Misty. Yes, the watch time is probably the hardest part about trying to grow and get monetized. I agree.
Um, so Misty the drama was with some people that I used to help her on her channel, and it got really hateful and vile and ugly and actually dangerous. And people were talking about taking other people to court and lawsuits and all this stuff, and just a bunch of hogwash. And it got to me really bad, so I took some time off um, from doing live content and get my head screwed back on straight because man, I was like, it was bad. So um, it's all good now, right? I don't worry about it anymore. I think that was the thing. I was so worried about what they were saying about me, right? That I felt like I needed to retaliate, which is what I did, and it kept just getting worse and worse and worse. And I was like, "Whoop, I'm out of here. I'm done." But like I said, I had to take time away. Yeah.
What
Oh
is
my
the
God.
what is the old saying? Never argue with a moron because they'll drag you down to their level and then beat you with experience.
Yes, Unveiling game over. Unveiling said absolutely.
Yeah.
Listen. Unveiling and them have been dealing with these that group of people a lot longer than I have, right?
And what's scary is that nowadays they can find you. You know,
Yeah.
they can search you out somehow and find you. You know,
I
that
found I saw an app today, and it was an advertisement for something that you could actually, I forgot the name of the app, but you could actually like zoom in to somebody's house. And if they were like out in the yard and stuff, you could actually see them like walking around in the yard. How
yeah.
freaking scary is that? That's scary. I mean, I think we're getting too big for our britches.
I'll tell you what, they better be careful with that app. They don't know what they're going to see at Okies eating if they try to zoom
You'll see, you moon, you know, moon.
in. Oh my goodness.
Uh, ooh,
Uh, does anybody else have any questions for After Dark 60 while we're sitting here talking? Feel free to ask a question. She says she's an open book. She'll answer any question, or within reason. That's right. There's some you can't, like, hey, but
I could probably answer those questions too because it would be not, no,
yeah,
don't do that kind of stuff anymore. You know, whatever.
yeah. Nope. Like I said, I get up in the morning, I go out to the garden, check things out, harvest a few things, kind of get my mind straight for the day, and that kind of helps me out. And it's more of a hobby than work because I enjoy doing it. So, like I said, if you watch Wednesday night's video, you're going to see that's how I act every single day. Yep. Just broke 3,000 square feet this year. I had to get a tiller because I was at 1,000, and I do it all by hand with a shovel and a spade fork. I've done it all by. Hmm? I just got a tiller a couple weeks ago, and that's and I because I said I had 1,000 square feet, and it was just killing my back because it's all I'm digging dirt with my. I'm just using a shovel and a spade fork, and I find oh, you're
So look at
fine.
my book.
I'm trying to read it backwards. It's showing up backwards.
Oh, grow all you can eat in 3 square feet.
Oh yeah, is that was you? Are you the one that told me about that the other day?
Yes. And it's a lot
Okay,
of information in there, a lot of pictures and stuff. It's really a good book.
yeah.
Um, yeah, yeah.
Well,
Everything you can eat in 3 square feet. Incentive ideas for growing food in a small space.
Misty asked you, what do you do for fun activities?
Me,
Yep.
I have um, a bunch of grandchildren. My oldest grandchild is 19. The youngest is 11. There are, I actually have seven, but two of them are estranged from us because my youngest son, his wife left him and remarried, and of course she carried the girls, and now she won't let us see them. My youngest son is also no longer with us. So, but I have two other sons and a daughter, and between them, I have five grandchildren, one girl, and then four boys. They keep me busy. So I spend a lot of time with my grandchildren. I go, like my granddaughter this year, she's a majorette. Her second year being a majorette, she's in the 10th grade, going into the 10th grade. And we have a lot to do with that. So my free time is filled up with my grandchildren, and that's it. You know, I don't get out and do a lot um, because of my physical limitations. So I make content. I do everything with my grandchildren. I go to all their ball games football, baseball, basketball, whatever they're playing, majorette, so that's how I spend all my free time. I read a lot, talk to friends a lot. So yeah, yeah. I know what to say.
Causing an issue, you can just give them back to their parents.
Uh, yeah, yeah, but I mean, like I said, the youngest one's 11, so
Oh wow, yeah.
I'll just beat them with a belt. No, I'm kidding. I would never do that. Oh my God, I shouldn't have said that because now that'll be flipped. And
Yeah.
oh God, take that out before you publish this.
Uh,
Before,
they know we're joking around. If they,
oh no, right, yeah. Um, I do enjoy movies. I really enjoy like Netflix and Hulu that have the series on, like Dexter. Anybody ever watch Dexter from the start to beginning? I love that.
I, Resurrection's coming out where he didn't die, I guess. So that comes out in July or August, I believe.
Really?
That's the
Wow.
new series coming out. Dexter Resurrection.
Oh wow. Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that. I know Unveiling my grand's in my heart too. And
Because
I do love true crime and court cases. Like um I do have a creator friend that covers all of this law stuff. I mean, she gets all the court papers and everything, you can pay for those and get those. And man, she studies that stuff up and down. So she's got a really, really good channel. Like she covers those big cases like she's been covering Diddy, P. Diddy,
mhm.
she's been covering that. And I mean, golly, a bunch of others. And then have you ever watched Black Mirror?
Mm-mm. No,
I think it's on, y'all correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's on Paramount. Is it on Paramount?
there's a Paramount
Joan?
Plus. Hmm. Yep, there's Paramount.
Oh, it's so weird. It's so weird, but it's good. It's called
Yeah,
Black Mirror.
Black Mirror. Yeah. No, I've watched all the Dexters. I'm waiting for the Resurrection to come out.
It's on Netflix.
Yeah. Misty, you said you're a horror buff. Have you ever seen my favorite horror movie of all time is Salem's Lot. Uh, it had David Soul. Uh,
I don't watch any horror. Mm-mm.
no,
No, I'll tell you what. I was like 19. I just graduated school. So it's whenever the very first Freddy Krueger movie came out. A girlfriend and I went to the theater and saw that. That thing terrified me.
yeah,
I was still living at home because was entering college, and I had to sleep with my mother for about a week because I was terrified. And I have never watched another horror movie. I don't like them.
yeah. I remember when they came out. Friday the 13th came out around the same
Well,
time, and all of those.
I just
Uh,
can't watch them. I don't know. It's just not in me to watch them, so I don't watch them. The
yep,
Shining, the
to each
Shining,
their own. Oh, The Shining. Yeah, The Shining is awesome. I love The Shining.
and then Spongy likes all the Halloween movies. Oh no! Listen, I was born the day before Halloween. My birthday's the day before Halloween.
Oh
So when I
wow.
was growing up, my daddy called me Spook. Okay, that was my nickname. I ran track, ninth grade through 12th grade. I ran track. Was on the track team. Um, I mean, I live in Alabama, so I'm, deep in the South. And I remember one track meet. I think it was on one of my shorts today. I think.
Yeah, she has a bunch of. I don't know if Misty follows her, but Shannon was just talking about her corn today. It was tipping over. Um, and it's funny that Missy was just talking about corn.
Mm. Man, I'm good. Us and our bunch. I'm really good.
Doing good, Shannon. How are you guys? We're just
Glad to be
sitting
here.
here. We're just sitting here educating everybody as they listen to two two older people, right? I'm not gonna say
Uh, I'm old.
time ago. I said I was old. Hey, life with Misty, how you doing? Yeah, so somebody said to me a couple of weeks ago that I just joked that I'm getting old, and they're like, "You're middle aged." I said, "I'm almost 60. That's if I was middle aged, I'm not going to live to 120."
I mean, actually, are you 59, 58?
Mm-hmm. Yep,
You're 50,
59.
59? I'm 61, so I will be 62 in October.
There you go.
Yeah.
So life with Misty's here. I follow her. She's really cool. She's fun to
I'll
watch.
I'll
She
have
got
to
a good
look and
channel.
see. I'll have to look and see. Mm.
Misty Pleasures of Life. I don't know if you saw, but us and our bunch. If you go back and watch her video today or yesterday, she shows her corn got damaged and bent over. You were just asking about corn. I don't know if you saw that or
Oh,
not.
60
60s
is
another
the
30.
30, yo. Yeah, I don't feel
No,
that
no,
way
it's not.
anymore.
I think it's Mrs. Paula. She's friends with somebody, subscribed to somebody, and their channel is 60s the new 60. I thought that was pretty funny.
60 is the new 30. I wish. There was a lot of things I could do at 30 that I can't do anymore.
Um, I'll tell you a quick, kind of a funny story.
Okay.
Um, my dad was in the Navy, and he was always in pretty good shape all through his life. Um, and he'd have his annual visit with the doctor, and then he'd always, when he was 55, 56, he'd come home and you'd be like, "Hey, Dad, how'd the doctor's appointment go?" And he goes, "Yep, he says I'm in the shape of a 40-year-old man. I'm in good shape. I'm ready to go." Blah blah blah. So he was always kind of bragging jokingly about it. Well, one day I'm going upstairs, and then as you went upstairs, we had a walk-in attic where you could take a left and you could just open a door and walk into the attic for storage. And I'm coming upstairs and I see the doors open, and I'm like, "Why is that door open?" So I go to walk in there, and my dad's in there. He has his white, his navy white, the shirt.
Right.
They have those pullovers, and all I hear as I'm walking in, he goes, "Yup, 55 years old, and it still fits me just fine." And he had a pot gut on him. And I walked in, I said, "I don't know what mirror you're looking at, but that does not fit you like you're 20. I'm sorry." But it was just so funny. He was literally trying on his whites, and just he
That's
was
so
actually
funny.
talking to himself. It was so funny.
It is.
But
That is a funny story. That's a good memory to have. I have a brother that retired from the Navy.
yeah, yeah, he was in the Korean War. He actually traveled with the battleship New Jersey,
Wow.
and yeah, they were in that. His battle was. You can look it up in Wikipedia. I think it was Battle of Hando Pondo. I think it was where they went in and had to fire on the coast and take out the machine gun nests and stuff. Crazy stuff. But yep, he went in the
One
Navy
of
and.
the neat things, if we're talking about age and stuff, I need
Mhm.
one of the neck things that you wear at night to get rid of this.
Oh no, Miss. You know what, Mrs. Did you see Mrs. Paula's spa treatment for that?
Uh-uh.
Just going around looking up the whole time. It tightens the neck.
So look up every time. Does that help?
Go back to her short video. She has a video where she talks about her spa treatment to get rid of neck wrinkles. It's her trick is to look up all the time.
Oh God,
She
it's
did a
horrible.
she did a video on it.
It's awful.
Hey Chris, how you doing? There's Chris. Chris is he works on utility poles. He's up in New York right now. He travels all over. I like watching
Oh
his
wow.
channel. Yep.
Chris, what is the last name? Do you know how to pronounce his last name?
It looks
Chris
like
Swear
swearing. Yeah.
Swear Swearigan? Swearigan? Is that how
He
you
does a
pronounce
lot.
it?
He does lives, but then he also does videos wherever he's at, and
Oh,
he'll take
cool.
a video and he posts those. So it's pretty cool. Oh,
Because when I had my beauty channel, I bet you I've got 100 eyeshadow palettes. I have got enough skincare to last me till I die, right? Because I was getting, sponsored and getting stuff sent to me to review on my channel. So, so we pronounced his name right. So I've got a lot of makeup and stuff. I've my granddaughter, I've given her so much that y'all think I'm lying. If I went over there and pulled that drawer open, you'd see all the eyeshadow palettes I've got in there. Oh, good. You're not driving. Or can you talk to text on here? Can you do that on here? I don't know.
she's in Alaska. There's I think she's in the country. There's probably nobody around worrying if she does or not. I'm in the
You want some
country
of
and
my makeup, Misty? Is that what you're talking about? How do you guys like cutting together? Is it easy? Yeah. Yes, it's easy, I guess.
yeah, if any, like I said, I know she's the same way. If you want to do a collaboration with either one of us, my email is at okieseden@okieseden@gmail.com. Just put collaboration in the subject line so I know what it's about. It's just okieseden@gmail.com if you want to do one, and we'll set it up. And shoot
Oh,
us an
yes.
email too.
Yeah, he said clown.
Yeah.
It's really easy, and it's easy. Of course, I use this platform, and I also use StreamYards, and it's easy. I guess Okie just told me how to do it on here, or how to get somebody up there with you, and it's really really easy on StreamYards too.
Well, I know that Okies Eden guy. That dude is a genius. No, he's not.
See my eyeshadow palettes because she wants some. Yeah, I think I can. Yep, these are all eyeshadow palettes, and they're stacked, one on top of the other, on top of the other. These are all small ones right here in this. I bet you, like I said, I've got 100. All eyeshadow palettes. And I've got some Jeffree Star eyeshadow palettes. That's a palette.
Boy, that stuff would be on that'd be on Facebook Marketplace.
No, I've used all of them. There's no way that I would sell. And that's just some of my makeup and skincare that I have setting out, actually. Yep, that's the first time I've ever shown that on there. But yeah, I got a whole, like that drawer, is really, really deep, and it's just covered. A diamond in the sticks. Oh, you had to have the pumpkin one? Yeah, yeah, that's from crap.
Hey, Diamond in the Sticks.
Oh,
Yeah, I follow Diamond in the Stick. She's pretty cool.
the pumpkin one is from Too Faced. This one is pumpkin spice, and they even smell good. Eyeshadow that smells good. It's crazy.
Well, you could overdose. If it was fall and you had that makeup on, then go get a pumpkin spice latte. You could overdose on pumpkin spice.
Yeah, And you know what? I don't even like pumpkin spice.
Yeah, we're
You
coming up
like-
on that time of year here pretty soon where everything is going to be pumpkin spice.
Yeah, see, I don't even like it. My daughter does.
Yeah,
Like when it's time for that, this whole house smells like pumpkin spice.
yeah. I'm going to be having pumpkin pie as soon as I figure out how to do pumpkin puree and pumpkin bisque.
I
Because
love
my
pumpkin pie.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going to be making my own. I'm going to do a video on it. I'm going to do a farm to table where I make the crust because I make my own pie crust, and then I'll make the pumpkin puree, and then I'll get some heavy whipping cream and I'll whip it up with some
Mm.
sugar in it and
Oh my
I'll
God.
do the whole 9 yards. Because I used to work on a farm, so I used to get we used to get whole milk right from the farm.
Wow. Thanks a lot, Coates McGoats. Thank you so much, but I don't have an Adam's apple.
Who's what's some?
Yeah, it's Coates McGoats. Said, golly, Grandma, what a big Adam's
Oh
apple
my
you have.
goodness. Well, maybe somebody can take care of Mr. Coates McGoats and get rid of him. That would be kind of cool. Send
Lord.
him to Block Island. Hey, Chris, see you later. Have a good evening. Diamond in the Sticks is here. How you doing, Diamond? I follow Diamond in the Sticks. We've been watching each other's lives.
I got
Oh,
rid of it.
no. I was going to say, because now he's doing Giggity, so he's going to be from Family Guy there, the cartoon. You got rid of him? Thank you. Whoever got rid of him.
I did.
All right, you got rid of him. Cool.
I love homemade pumpkin pie. Me too. I do too.
Yep. Well, this is going to be absolute homemade. It's going to be literally the puree right from my own garden because I got the pumpkins that are. I posted a couple pictures. The one is half orange now, so I keep rotating it on the vine. I keep rotating it every day to get the sun on it. So I hope in about a week I'll have a pumpkin that's ready to use for puree. Or I also do a lot around my community where I put I do a on Facebook. We have the one community post where it just takes care of our community, and I'll put on there. I'll throw up potatoes. I'll weigh them, and then do a guess how many. What's the weight of the potatoes? And whoever guesses it wins all the potatoes. And
Hmm.
I'm doing one. I'm doing one for the pumpkin. I'm going to do the weight. So whoever guesses the weight exactly or closest wins that pumpkin. So they're all
Neat.
loving it. Yeah, they're loving it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
So us and our bunch, I am on my third pumpkin grow. So I have the ones I planted in May are the ones that are coming right now. I got 10 that I planted in late June, and then I just planted three more 3 days ago. So, and then I'm going to be planting more next week.
Do you go by Farmer's Almanac when you plant? Do you use that as a resource with your planting? No.
No,
You
nope.
just know when you do.
I just go by feel, and I push it. I mean, I'll start trying to grow in February because in Oklahoma, February you can be getting 80-degree weather. So,
I've delivered mobile homes in Oklahoma, all over Oklahoma. So
so I mean, sometimes I like last year I planted potatoes late February. I was harvesting potatoes in May,
wow.
which is unheard of. And so I always push it. I might lose a crop, but it's 50 cents worth of seeds. If I can get an
Wow.
early grow in and harvest in a couple months, that's great. If I lose it, I just replant. It's not a big deal. I don't lose sleep over it.
Uh,
But but then I try to grow like this year. I have a couple ideas. I'm growing potatoes. Hopefully, my last planting will be in October, so I can hopefully be able to harvest in December, early January, which would be if I can do that. I have a couple ideas on how I can successfully do that. That's what I'm working on.
so when do you pull? When do you when do you pull or harvest your very last thing for the growing season? In what month?
Last year it was, I'd have to say it was November with potatoes, probably
So
easily mid-November.
so what do you do from the end of November until February when you feel like you need to start planting again? Because I know it
I do.
probably makes you crazy, doesn't it? That you
Well, I do some indoor stuff. I have potatoes. I'll show you. I have a video out there for my potato bag grow, and I'm doing an update next week. So I have potatoes growing right to my left. They're up about this high in a bag. I got potato bags in the house.
wow.
So, so I'll grow during the winter. But what I'll do is I'll grow to November, December. I'll try to get like 40 pounds or 50 pounds, and then I'll just store them in the house in cardboard boxes and keep them. You know, you don't wash them off. You keep the dirt on them. They stay. It keeps them from rotting. It keeps them. It seasons them. So that'll carry me into January, February, and then as long as I have a couple bags in here with potatoes, that'll take me into the spring before I start harvesting again. So, and then I'm going to do an herb garden because I have a. It's just we're in empty nesters now, so I have a 3-bedroom home. So this back area is where I do my lives and videos, and then over to the left here is a little. I got my little indoor garden thing going on. So I'm building a garden ladder, which will be for beets and radishes and turnips, and then some herbs and my potatoes. And I'll be doing videos. I'll be updating on video.
So clover, a clover crop, like real clover. I mean, because it grows like crazy in my backyard. Is that the kind of clover we're talking about?
In the spring until then, that helps with the nutrition for the soil. That helps. It's like a natural compost. We used to do that up north a lot with you did rye. You would throw rye seeds in your garden. It would because it grows in the winter. Rye will grow in the winter, even if it's
Wow.
ice.
Yeah.
It'll grow under the ice, and then you just turn it in, and it feeds the soil.
Oh, it's a beautiful red clover. She said, "Okay,
And I don't know if they have goat. I don't know if they have animals that take care of that or not. But you could also do it for like goats and stuff.
yeah, that's pretty neat."
But yeah,
Mm-mm.
also Shannon, they have quite a little setup there with their garden. It's really nice. They grow a lot of stuff,
Mm,
but
that's pretty neat. Pretty neat. I will. Honest to goodness, my son grows a garden, so I get a little. He'll bring me like a mess of squash or a mess of whatever. Bring me a little thing full of tomatoes or whatever. But
well, right now I'm getting run over with jalapenos, green bell peppers, and I have
mm,
pimento peppers, and soon to do Tabasco. And then once I have a calorie, I have a Carolina Reaper. So what I want to do is on one of my lives in the garden, I want to take a jalapeno, eat that, and then take a Tabasco pepper, eat that, and then take my Carolina Reaper and eat that. That's my challenge to eat those 3 peppers while I'm working in the garden. So,
mm. I'll just stick with my 100 shorts and 100-day challenge.
I mean, I had one of my jalapenos raw the other day. I started eating on it, and that was hot. I mean, because it had all the seeds, and that was pretty brutal. So I'm kind of worried now about that Carolina Reaper.
Yeah, no, no, no. The hottest thing I'll eat will be a little bit of Cholula sauce on my turnip greens, and that's it.
Yeah, Charlotte. Sometimes, yeah, there's been so much rain this year. It seems like everywhere there's been so much rain.
Yeah, it's really been bad.
But
The
yeah,
rain.
we had a really finally. I mean, because we had between tornadoes and the heavy thunderstorms and winds knocking trees over, and then all of a sudden it went real quiet. And then the other night we had a nice steady, just a soft thunderstorm all night, and the garden just blew up after that because it wasn't a heavy rain. It was just a nice steady rain.
Yeah, I'm with you on Valen. She says she doesn't want to grow it; she just wants to consume it.
We have a very hot pepper put in our pot to make sure I don't get it confused with the others. He said he's trying one of our hot peppers. It's so funny. I'll have to look that up, Shannon. I'll have to look that up. Yep.
So you know what would happen if you took a jalapeno? So, or do you grow your peppers by? Do you buy the little plants, or are those all by seeds?
Some by seed, some by plant. Some were seedlings already.
So, what if you took and put all of them into one space together, right?
Hmm.
And trying to make a jalapeno,
Like a
Tabasco,
bush.
whatever kind of pepper. Get something different to grow. Some kind of really super mega hot pepper.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean,
You
they're
need to
out there. I mean,
try that.
The Carolina Reaper's hot. The what is it? The scorpion. The scorpion pepper is really hot.
Ooh,
Uh,
no.
yeah, I mean, the jalapeno is only on the Scoville scale is low, even though it's hot.
Yeah.
It's like 10,000 times hotter as the Carolina Reaper. I mean, it's so much hotter.
No, I can't eat.
Uh,
I can't eat any of them.
but that's what they use in pepper spray and capsaicin. Is the capsaicin in the plant is what they use in pepper spray.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. That's pretty.
Yeah. Joan says she was free labor for her parents. I remember that too, Joan. I was there too. I was one of 9, and we worked in the gardens every single day.
Pulling weeds. Charlotte was talking about pulling weeds. So getting somebody
Work.
teaching a
Charlotte,
grandson how to pull weeds.
Charlotte worked, or Joan's working on training her grandson. That's awesome. That's right.
Oh,
Got to get them while they're young. Get them out in the garden working.
so your next collab is at 9 Central Time in the morning, right? With
Yep. 9 Central
Nicola.
Time. It'll be Nicola recipes. Yep.
Okay, that's gonna be fun too.
Yeah.
I have,
Yep.
which I have all your stuff on, so it rings the bell anyway. So
Yep. Yep. Yeah, we'll have to do this again. I think I'm gonna call this right now because I gotta go get a couple things done and go outside real quick. So
yeah, me too.
I, I really
Listen, I
appreciate you
appreciate
being here.
everybody that came to see us. That came and jumped
Yep.
on with us tonight. It's really fun when you've got an active
Yep.
chat. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Yep. Oh, I know,
Well, I
baby.
thank
So
you for
we
having
appreciate.
me on too, Okie,
Oh yeah. Hey,
Jason.
no problem. I'm glad to do it.
Um,
Glad to do it.
we'll
We'll
do it
do it again
over on my
sometime.
channel one day too.
When you get up and rolling with your homelessness stuff and the videos, maybe I'll come on yours or something. We can talk
Oh,
about that. That'd be cool.
absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start. Like I said, my first one I'm thinking is gonna be at 5 p.m. Central Time Thursday night. If I
Okay.
make any changes to that, I'll let you know.
Okay.
I sure
All
will.
right.
Thank you
Well,
so
thank you,
much for
everybody.
having me. I don't know. I guess I just hit the X up here, don't I? All right. Thank you, Jason. Bye.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. If you do want to try a collaboration on my channel, just email me at okieseden@gmail.com. Just put collaboration in the subject line so I know what it's about, and we'll try to get you on, or I can come to your channel, whatever. But it's okieseden@gmail.com. I really, really, really appreciate everybody being here. Had a great time. I hope you guys can go check out After Dark, uh, After Dark 60. And then just for a reminder, tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Central, is a collaboration with Nicola Recipes. So I've been looking forward to this one also. So I hope you can join me on that one. Other than that, you guys all have a great evening, and I will be around the YouTube universe watching and interacting with your channel. So you guys all take care.